I was going to wait until we got home to eat because we got to go out because of my stomach issues, but I'm so hungry, I'm going to be miserable. So it is 1 o'clock. I think there's 10 of them, and I just put the real salt on it, and I'm going to eat it. It's kind of weird eating without ranch, though, gotta admit. So this is why we come home to. Of course, Piper's already raced to the bedroom. She lays on the couch waiting for us to get home, but these ones wait in their tree. A tree of cats. Hello, Sharky. Hi, baby. You want to talk more? Willow. Freya. Oh, there's Thumper. Oh, he loves to get the phone. Bear. Cuddle bunny. Cuddle bunny. Bear. That's a bear. Oh, little girl. Little pee-pee monster. I swear, you're never going to be potty trained. You were. I don't know what happened. Do you know? Hi, baby. Are you okay? A couple of them's been sick the last couple of nights. Willow's one. Or they got hairballs they just can't get out. Gotta love cats, right? So I was up all night taking care of their little upsetness. The little throw-ups all night long. I swear they all got hairballs at the same time. Alright, so I put the curtain rod together. I didn't really just screw each one together because and then it kept falling apart, and Dina's like, you're supposed to screw them together. Yeah, that makes more sense, right? So, it's the perfect length now that we got it put together correctly. And I'm going to screw it up here. And then we have a curtain rod. No curtains come for the length I want. So I'm going to have to make my own curtains. Y'all, I'm going to have to figure this out myself. And it'll be cheaper if I make it myself anyways. During the mornings and day, you see the glare. I can't watch the TV. Plus, we get a lot of rain and wind. Might use shower curtains and cut them down. The whole purpose is just, you know, it'll be pretty when I'm done. And functional. So, I'm going to wait a little longer. It's hot out here, though. Alright, I'm going to try to do a really quick video out here. I need to start setting up my tripod, so I have to sit here and hold. Well, no, I have to buy a new one. So I had a tripod on here that I would sit way over there and could sit here and talk to it. And I broke it. Or someone broke it. But it's broken. So now I'm using my knee to rest my elbow on to videotape. So, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I use ketogenic journey to go from 434, well, technically low carb from 434 to 320, gained back to 368. Low carb did not work for me. The weight was coming back on, and I went from 368 to 157.7 on keto. Had multiple things happen, multiple C word, and going off keto for 2.5 months. My metabolism dying because of long haul C word. You can look that up. It's a real thing. Come to find out that your metabolism gets really, really screwed up. Anyways, I got back to 226.8 without over consuming calories. And we are working our darndest to get that off since the 2nd of January. Today is the 9th of May, so it is the 9th day of May's challenge, Carnivore challenge by Loving It on Keto's channel, Wendy and Harry, of trying to get the weight off. If you want to see how much I lost the first week, go watch yesterday's video. It goes over everything I ate. It goes over the budget of the food I ate. Honey, I'm trying to record. It goes over the budget of the food I ate. It goes over... He's so irritating. I'm sitting here trying to record and he will not stop making noise. Anyways, it doesn't matter where I go. He seems to find me. You'll go see what I ate for the week last week. It's in that video and all of that if you missed it. So, let me show you what I've eaten so far today. And then we'll discuss what I ate last night. That didn't make it into my video. So, here we go. All right, last night about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours after I've eaten, I got really hungry again, so I ate 10 more wings. So it was an expensive budget day. It was $21 day for food in one day because it was eating out, right? Now this week, I am not like, oh, I'm going to spend 50, I'm going to spend 100 this week. Whatever I spend is what I spend. So it's just what you just get to see how much I spend, and then you can be like, well, I can afford that too, or oh, that's way too expensive, let's do it like the week before. The week before was really cheap. So what happened was I was dying of heartburn all night long. I don't know if it's because I put too much food in me, or what I really think it was, I had too much fat yesterday. I suffer from GER. It's not just normal heartburn. I just explain it as heartburn because a lot of people doesn't know what GER is. Think of heartburn that actually gushes out your nose and into your lungs and can pour out your mouth, and it's really, really bad. It can send you to the bathroom. You could throw up. You could go the other way. Like you think you're dying and drowning to death. So I was really sick last night from that. If I had only ate the one set and then go back for more, I would have been fine. I knew better, but I got hungry. So you saw what I ate today, but I didn't. I only ate 4 of them. I got full after 4. So I will show you what I eat for dinner when I get hungry again, which might just be wings because that's what we have. But yeah, after 4, I was completely full. Had no desire to eat any more at all. So I'm watching Wendy and Harry's video today, which I need to go make a comment on, but I watched them on my TV. So it's sometimes I forget to go back and make a comment. Yeah, is people really being that picky with them? Like, I don't go read other people's comments on people's videos. But it's people really going and saying, well, you just use egg white protein powder. You need to tell me how much money that adds to your budget and stuff like that. Really? Really? And seasonings? Y'all, I do not ever budget for condiments or seasonings. Okay, that is never for drinks. I do not budget for coffee at all because coffee, I spend more money a month on my coffee than I actually do my food. Not gonna lie here. You know, I live at Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts coffees, and I use Starbucks Keurig cups, at least 6+ a day of those cups. You do the math and you figure out that I probably drink more coffee budget than most people. Oh my gosh, most people eat food in a month. And I don't feel bad about it because that's what I enjoy. And I budget, like, I don't even budget. I just make sure I have more than enough money for my coffees versus food. One thing is I have a hard time getting food in me, but I can get coffees in me with butter and get some calories and fats that way easily. So when I show you my budget, I'm showing you the budget of the food you see and exactly how much it costs, and you could add $4 to it for the butter. Okay, so last week you could go ahead and add $4 more because I used 1 block of butter last week for my coffees and the cooking part. But I'm not gonna do a budget with my coffees because y'all would die. Literally. Like, I get 2 whole cases of 80+ pods each case every month for me, because Starbucks ones are mine. Dino has Folgers and stuff, and Maxwell House. And he has like Starbucks flavor ones. But mine is French Roast Dark, and I get 2 whole cases of it. So that's 80+ pods a month. That's probably $100. I don't know. And I go through almost all of them easily in a month. And we go to Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts every week. And no, I don't do their syrups and stuff like that there. I get Americanos. All right, Starbucks, I get Americano with a little cube of butter, and I put my Land O'Lakes vanilla sweetener. I'm not doing it during this challenge though, y'all. I'm not going to either place during this challenge, but this is my normal. And then at Dunkin' Donuts, I get Americano with a shot of their cream and 4 sweet and lows. And I put my vanilla monk fruit drops in it. It's Land O'Lakes. It's my favorite. Not Land O'Lakes. Oh my gosh. It's Le Conte vanilla monk fruit drops. There we go. It's my favorite. I love it. My mom's addicted to it too. It's very expensive. It's $10 a bottle. And I go through probably 2 or 3 of those a month. So I drink my budget. Literally. So we're not going through any of that on this. I'm showing you how much it costs for meat. Now, if I could eat any kind of meat at all, my budget would have been way cheaper last month if I could do the cheap ground beef, because you can get it at Costco for $3.99 a pound. I could have, if I realized I was gonna like smoked chicken again, I would have just done chicken, and it is dirt cheap. I could have done it for $2 a day because it's $1.99 a pound, and I could have ate a pound of chicken. Of course, you know, there's no way I could have ate that much. I would get sick. But right there is $2 a day. So if you want to get technical, you could do a pound of chicken breasts a day. If you go to like Aldi's, Lidl's, or shop around in your ads for $1.99 a pound, that's $14 a week. Then go grab like eggs. Okay, if you don't have to be picky in eggs, get the cheapest eggs you can find, and maybe get the cheapest bacon you can find. All right, this is not hard if you don't have a stomach issue. It is not hard if you don't have a taste issue. It's simple, easy, and not expensive. It's only as expensive as you want it to be. For me, I am sensitive. I'm not sensitive when I don't do keto. Like when I am doing carbs, because it's the potatoes. When I do carbs, I'm eating a lot of potatoes in every single meal, and potatoes soak up heartburn and coats your stomach and makes it where you're not so sensitive. Literally, like, unfortunately, when I do clean stuff, I do keto, which is way healthier, then I'm going to suffer from heartburn if I am not very, very, very careful. I cannot overeat fat, especially. I cannot, yes, I know, you're probably going to say, well, you have gallbladder issues. Well, the doctors always tell me I don't, but it sounds like I do, right? So, yeah, it's not expensive, and it's easy. And do you really budget your condiments? Do you really budget your seasonings? Like, no, I just buy them when I need them. Even if I'm not even going grocery shopping, I just order them, and boom, there they are at the house. Like, I've never budgeted it yet. I don't even budget. Like, I don't budget. I just, whatever I need, I get, and then I make sure I pay it off each month. That's just how I do it. Of course, you know, I'm bad. I use credit cards with no interest. That gives me years to pay them off. But I always have it paid off in time. Always. So that's how I do things. That's how I get computers, or I get things. I just put them on those credit cards, and it gives me time to pay it all off. Every year at the beginning of the year, I'm freaked out because I have to come up with tons of money, which I do every year. Because I've been saving it over into another account, saving it to pay it off, and then I just pay it off and I move on and start all over. So my budgeting is probably not the smart way to budget, but it's how we can still have stuff, and it all gets paid with no interest. So I better go help him before he falls. He is putting these panels on the roof because the porch next to the house, when it storms really bad, has started leaking water. So we had to buy special panels because it wasn't a big enough slant. It should have been more of the roof should have been slanted more like this when we put it in. But my dad thought this was a big enough slant, and it turned out it wasn't. So the water likes to pour down real fast into the porch. So we're fixing that today. Y'all, it is hot. It is hot. Also, I am taking ibuprofen every 6 hours. I really don't have a choice. And guess what? I can do things because it helps control my joint pain, muscle pain, bone pain, because I have severe bone pain. It controls my fibromyalgia. It's not what's giving me heartburn, because I hadn't had heartburn until last night. And I've only had it maybe a handful of times this whole entire year. Going back to keto, the way I've been doing it, eliminating my fiber, and eliminating how many times I eat a day has controlled that. Maybe I have a hiatal hernia that has not been diagnosed, because a lot of people say, well, maybe you have that, because that makes sense. When you overeat, you get heartburn because it pushes it up. Who knows? Because I have doctors who just want to guess and not do tests. But I have learned limit my fibers, don't really do salads, don't do too much vegetables, only eat twice a day, small amounts, or just 1 meal a day if I'm going to eat like a large amount of fat, and then I'm perfectly fine. I'm learning these things, and this month is helping me learn even more. Like, I can't blame the ranch or the hot sauce, because that's all I ate was the wings. And my fat level went way higher than it's been this whole entire week. And I had the first time of having any kind of heartburn. So, we're going to go check on him. Alright, so I'm having my dinner extremely early. I'm going to have 10 of these, and I had 4 earlier. So today is an expensive day again. I will be putting it in my app so I can keep track of it. And we will see how much I spend at the end of the week. So we are having a cat sick day. Woke up to 37 spots of throw up. And we have some bathroom issues. I stopped giving them boneless, skinless chicken breasts about 2 weeks ago. And now they're back to having stomach issues again. Horrible, y'all. Horrible. Horrible. So, not all of them. Piper's good and Freya's good, but the boys are having issues. Willow's having issues, little girl. So, Mommy is on her way to the store to buy her babies some boneless, skinless chicken breast so we can pressure cook it, and we already have the rice so we can heal their little tummies. Poor babies. Willie, don't fall out the window when Mommy's gone. Mommy's going to sit at the table there because I'm afraid you're going to push yourself out. Alright, it is the 10th, and today's been a nightmare day, and it is probably, let's see, almost 3. And it has already been a nightmare a day. Woke up 2 sick cats. I don't know if something was wrong with the canned cat food I gave them last night, which was new. But it's a brand they always eat. Or if they, I don't know, picked up something. Because I am nauseous today. I was nauseous all night, but mine's from heartburn. Y'all, almost every cat is sick out both ends. It was a nightmare. I never woke up. Like, I have scrubbed this floor so many times. I have carpet rugs I'm going to have to throw away. And yes, I use rugs because I have carpet. And if it got on the carpet, I'd be screwed. And yes, I want the carpet gone. That's going to take a lot of time and money for us to pull the carpet up and put new flooring and figure out where to move the furniture in the process. It's the bedroom. So they are locked out of the bedroom right now. I locked them out before I left. Dina let them back in while I was gone, and yeah, not good. Not good at all. And I had to wake up at 9 to take my daughter to the doctor because she's sick. Turns out it's a sinus infection. But we barely had any gas. And we were running late as it was. Well, at least I thought we were running late, but we actually was running 15 minutes early because I just got the appointment time wrong. And we get almost there, and there's a detour. Well, I have to go back 5 miles back the other way because there's no way through there. Like, it's just... They didn't give any warning, so the road was closed ahead anywhere. So we had to turn around, go a different way. We did make it in time. It took longer to drive there because it's 30-something minutes away than the appointment. The appointment is like 15 minutes. After they ruled out the C word, ruled out strep throat, they decided, sinus, here's some antibiotics, which I still have to go pick up. Get home to very sick cats, run to Aldi's and Lidl's to pick up some boneless, skinless chicken breasts, which has now been pressure cooked, and we're making rice for them. So Lidl's and Aldi's this week has the same exact price for their boneless, skinless chicken breasts. It's $2.49 this week. Also picked up some other chicken to put on the grill, and I had to give Sharky a bath because things were stuck to him really badly. I tried cutting it off. I tried wiping it. I know, gross people. It wasn't working, but he's a good boy. The whole bath story is he is a good boy. I used my sprayer, so he didn't have to get completely soaked, just his bottom and his tail. And then he was so good. He cried and held onto his mommy and reached up for me without nails. All the other cats would shred me with their nails. He never pulled out his nails once. He just cried and reached up like a baby and held on to me the whole time. And then we got out, and then I was able to cut all his hair away. He might have a funky haircut because the hair was wet, but I don't care. We got to get a buzzard and do that whole hygiene thing. Like, I was cutting it with scissors constantly, but as they got bigger, I couldn't hold them down by myself and use scissors because you got to be really careful, and I don't know how to use a buzzard. But Dino says he'll do it, so hopefully he will. Because it is a nightmare right now. They are very, very sick. This has happened before, and so I don't know if it's because I had stopped giving them their chicken a couple weeks ago, just because of prices. I was like, okay, we'll just do the cat food, canned fat. They've always done canned cat food and hard cat food, but I've always given them at least 8 ounces or 6 ounces of chicken breast every night for them all to share. And normally they would still have a lot of cat food left over each time of the soft food, and then I would just throw it away the next morning. The last week or two, they've had none left over. So maybe they just, and I only give them a quarter can each. So, a third of a can each. Each can equals 3. So maybe they just started eating too much of it and it's not settling. I have no clue. But it's a nightmare. I threw up while I was cleaning him up because of the smell, and I was already really nauseous. And I was already having breathing issues from the heartburn. The last 2 nights I've sat straight up dying. Last night was the worst grr in a very long time. It's still coming out my nose. This is not sinuses. This is because the stupid stomach acid drained all night long out my nose, and I almost threw up all night long. It was horrible. Horrible. And I have done these wings for 2 weeks straight with hot sauce and ranch and did not have any heartburn. So I don't know if I got myself a little stomach bug or what. Or maybe it's because I'm also not eating any lettuce, tomatoes, or anything like that. I honestly, because while I was eating those wings, I was also doing the Premier Protein Shake ice creams and stuff like that. So I don't know if that has to play in it. I don't know if it's just because, I normally start to get really sick during Carnivore around this time. So we're going to see. I'm doing chicken breasts right now. Probably today. Or it might still be the wings. Crap. I don't know. It's a money thing too. I already bought them, so I need to eat them because they were expensive. So yes, I am red. Got my little redness going on. I haven't been outside. What else? Oh my gosh, last night I was like a crack fiend, not gonna lie. I made sure to take all chalk zero out of this house. I took any and everything that's sweet because I can stay away from Atkins because it all has nuts and it makes me desperately ill and throw up everywhere, so I never fiend for that. Y'all, I was going through every cabinet, every drawer, even though I told myself not to. I couldn't help it. I was looking for something sweet. I came across one of my ice creams with Premier Protein, put it on the counter, and I like to sit it out for an hour. So during that time, I made myself another coffee, and I've had something that's not supposed to be on the list, which is cinnamon. because I'm going to explain. So a year ago or so, when everyone was big, like I was doing the whole windy thing when we were browning butter, and I did a burnt cinnamon one that just had burnt cinnamon, just cinnamon and the burned butter, the brown butter, and it burned the cinnamon because I put the cinnamon in and it burned it. I've had some frozen in my freezer forever. So, and they are in 1 tablespoon portions. I put it in my coffee. So it had a cinnamony taste. It wasn't a lot of cinnamon because I didn't even use a whole tablespoon of cinnamon when I did it for the whole block of butter, right? It just had a hint of cinnamon. And it had all that butter. It might have been 2 tablespoons of butter. I don't know. I put it in there, drank it, put the Premier Protein drink right back in the freezer. Didn't need it. Wasn't craving anything sweet at all. Now, one thing you might not know, cinnamon lowers your blood sugar. It is very good for diabetics. It does a lot of healthy stuff. I am a pro cinnamon person, and I would never in a billion years count the carbs from cinnamon. Never have the whole time I've done keto. Because everyone's like, well, do you know how many tablespoon of carbs are in that? Nope, don't know, don't care. Well, I do know, but I don't care because they do not affect me. They lower the blood sugar. The reason keto works is because your blood sugar is low and you're producing ketones. So the whole goal is to lower your blood sugar. So if you can have something someone else can't have because it lowers your blood sugar and it doesn't even affect it, like insulin resistant starch, like if you can bake a potato, put it in the fridge, warm it up the next day slowly, and it doesn't raise your blood sugar, then for you that might be fine. For me, it's a slippery slope, so I can't do it because then I want french fries and so on, and it just does not work once you've fried it up in vegetable and all that stuff. So what was I saying? Oh, no more at all cravings. And I woke up not craving any sugar. Haven't even craved to eat anything. I've had a normal coffee, like a black coffee with butter in it. Like I said, it's almost 3 now. Haven't fazed me at all. So cinnamon might not be on everyone's list for carnivore, but it probably wasn't even a 1/4 of a teaspoon in that of cinnamon. Like it was probably very minimum. So I'm going to use that as a crutch right now because I would have eaten, I'm not going to lie, I was so fiending for cookies and cream, chalk 0, last night, which guess what? It's a good thing my mama was sleeping because I have 6 bags of it down there because I bought it before I even knew about this challenge because I like to put it in my coffee every once in a while and it was on sale. So, I made it through with no just sugar, just a little cinnamon, and I was good to go. So, if you end up eating something that isn't on the very strict list, but it keeps you from actually eating any kind of fake sugars of any kind, and do it. I don't feel bad for it, right? Because I know people doing turmeric and all kind of stuff right now, and dill and all the herbs. Right now I'm okay not doing them, but if I start hating the taste of meat too terribly bad, we might see me at the last week or something add some herbs slowly one at a time, because I do want to see dill. That's at least at the end of the challenge. I plan on trying out dill to see if I have an issue with the because sometimes I think I have issues with dill. So one thing I've learned, when you hear someone has ADHD, you think they're just hyper, right? I hate the term ADHD. It is not that. It is executive dysfunction disorder. It is can't regulate yourself. So something that might not affect someone emotionally or just a tiny bit, for someone with severe, especially the one I have, it affects you way more than others. It's why my cortisol's always up. It's why my stress level's all the ways up. I cannot control my own emotions from anywhere from happiness, sadness, anger. It's over like a higher response than it should be physically inside my body, not necessarily projecting it to the world, but it's also so much more. Like, we can't do goals. We can set a goal, but no matter how much we try, our brain doesn't let us do it. So this weight thing, I'm not giving up, I'm hyper focused on it all these years because it's that's how I can do it. Because you get hyper focused. And Dina's in there yelling for me, and now I've lost the whole point of this conversation. Oh, I don't remember. Also, come to find out, people with it really badly, we have a little problem with stomach issues, come to find out. Nausea all the time. What? No one told me. It's because our stomach can't be correct. So let me see what he wanted. Okay, I'm smoking some chicken, but it's gonna take hours, and I'm starving, and it's 5. So I'm having more of my wings. I think 9 of them. My attention is just fried today. Completely fried. I think I was telling you the story how I gave Sharky a shower to clean him off, and he was such a good boy. He did cry and he reached up for me, but he didn't use nails. He held on to me like a baby would, which was very sweet because normally I get scratched to shreds. I was sitting cutting them some boneless, skinless chicken breasts, which Dino had to take over because I screamed and started crying like a baby. Because I don't know how. Don't know how. I realize, why am I hitting a bone? There's no bone in the chicken, and I can't get through it. I've gone through so many paper towels right now, and no, I'm not going to the ER because they give me stitches with nothing, and I don't feel like dealing with that right now. I got my bone, so I thought it was chicken. It was my finger. Y'all, not only did Dino come in here and interrupt my thinking and talking multiple times, y'all, my mom called immediately after he was done, and then I had to go do stuff. It's been 25 minutes, and I have not got to eat my wing yet. This is my life. I don't even get to sit for 15 minutes and eat without someone talking to me or interrupting. Like, it's crazy. You would think I have tons of children. Literally. My brain never gets a rest. I think that's why I'm so scatterbrained. I think that's why I thought my finger was a piece of chicken. Because I never get silence, not even for 15 minutes a day. Nope. The only time I get silence is hair washing night, when I wash my hair. And I didn't get it this week because he came into the shower too. He thinks he's supposed to always be in the shower. And then I don't get my peace and quiet. And then all the hot water gets used so fast that I don't get to take a long shower. I swear. Alright, by the time I had eaten 5 of those wings, I had heartburn city. I don't know if it's because I was interrupted a million times or it's the wings. So right now my stomach is very swollen and in a lot of pain. But I had smoked me some chicken on the grill. It took hours and hours. Isn't that beautiful? So all this chicken right here cost me $6. See all of it? I'm going to have chicken for days, y'all. If I eat it, I'll tell you in tomorrow's video because I want to go ahead and put this one together because it's already 8 o'clock at night. And I'm going to put this chicken away because right now my stomach hurts too bad to eat. But yeah, it smells so yummy. I used Redmond's Real Salt Hickory flavoring on top. That's what you see here. And I use hickory wood for the smoke. So I can't wait to try it tomorrow. But the way I feel, I'm pretty sure I'm not having any tonight. So yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's the stress, cortisol levels. I don't know if it's, like I said, the ADHD. Come to find out, it gives you severe stomach issues. A doctor told me that today. And it could be, well, I've had stomach issues my whole life. It could be that simple. I don't know if it's from the actual wings or, like I said, being interrupted a million times when I'm trying to eat. But all I know is I'm not going to eat right now. So, but boy, it does smell yummy.